Well, hi there, and welcome to another episode of Technique Tasters brought to you by Creative Scrapbooker Magazine. My name is Noreen Smith, and it's always my pleasure to be here to share what's new from creative memories and give you some fun ideas on how to use our products. In this episode, we're going to create a layout using our new summer collection called Sweet Summer, along with one of our most favorite and most requested templates to bring back, the Sunburst Recipe Template. This template is going to make it easy to create a beautiful, show-stopping layout featuring perfect sunbursts radiating from your focal photo. Now, the Sweet Summer collection is absolutely fresh and fun and perfect for all of your summer photos. I love this color palette with the striking purples, turquoises, yellows, and light oranges. And what's really fun about this collection is that we have some fun papers like the beach scene, as well as a full sheet of cut-aparts in 4x4 and 2x2 inch squares. We've got stripes, we've got waves, we've got great little popsicles. And then on the back side, you'll find wonderful tonal patterns in various shades of those turquoise and aqua colors, a light peach, a fun coral, a neutral speckled, and then the light purple. So everything you need for some great summer layouts is right in this paper pack. And for embellishing, we've got a great sticker pack featuring 3 sheets of stickers with word and title options, great icons and imagery, and even some fun borders, as well as a full pack of laser cut embellishments with, again, title and icon options, frames, and even a couple of wavy borders. So much fun. So I'm going to be using a variety of these papers, as well as the coordinating stickers and embellishments, to create this stunning summer sunburst layout. So let's get started. Now, before I get going with tracing and cutting the shapes for my layout, I wanted to explain a little bit about the Creative Memories recipe templates. And I've got the Sunburst Recipe Template just sitting on a piece of black cardstock here so that you can kind of see the idea behind it. Now, the recipe templates themselves are made of a flexible, reusable mylar that will wipe clean, so you can use them with markers or pencils, and if they get a little discolored, you can just wipe them clean with a damp cloth. But one of the great things about a template like this is the versatility. So first of all, you can see that it will accommodate a 4x6, a 6x4, or a 4x4 photo in the designated spaces. But of course, you can add photos to any of these larger shapes, or even just layer them on top. Not only that, but of course, you can turn and rotate this so that you have your photo in different orientations and have the rays of the sunburst pattern emanate from the photo in different ways. So you've got a lot of options. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a 6x4 photo, and I want it to be down in this bottom corner, and the rays are going to emanate out from it towards the top, just like you're looking at a beach scene with the action all happening down here and the sunburst rising up into the sky. So I'm going to use this beach scene as my base page, but I don't want to cover it all up. I want some of the background to show, and everywhere you see these little lines, that's going to let the background or the base page show through. I'm also not going to cover up the beach or the water. So what I'm going to do is, when I cut my pieces, I'm only going to cut the template pieces that are above the horizon line on my beach scene paper. So that means I'm going to cut these ones that are above the horizon line. So in order to do that, we're just going to simply place our paper pieces underneath the shape that we want, And I will mention that if you've got a text piece or another pattern that has a direction, you do want to place it so that the direction is going in the right orientation. So you don't want to have your text on an angle, for example. And same with something like the popsicles or anything else that would have a direction that you'd want to be able to see it in a specific way. So I can just take a few of these papers and kind of slide them in behind the template just to get an idea of how it might look. So once I've decided which paper patterns and colors I'm going to cut from which shapes, I can go ahead and trace out the shapes just with the regular pencil and then cut them out. Because I want my rays to go right off the edge of my paper, I'm actually going to trace the inside shape here, and then I'm going to trace the outside edge of the template. And then when I cut, I'll basically be extending the shape through this mylar frame that holds all of the connecting pieces together. So I've just got my paper right up against the edge here. That's one less line I have to trace, and I'll trace the inside lines or inside shape, and then I'll trace this outside line. So when I take my template away, there will be a bit of a break in that line, but I can just go ahead and continue cutting as if the line was there, and then my shape will be large enough to go right off the edge of my paper. So you can see that's where the line ends, the line that I traced. I'm just going to keep cutting until I go a little bit past the outside edge line, and then I can just finish off cutting the entire shape out. Again, just kind of connecting the two pencil lines. And that's going to be my entire shape that I'm going to add on to my paper. So again, you can see that the shape is now going to go right to the edge of the paper. So now I can go ahead and then trace and cut all of the shapes. And in this case, because I'm going to have my photo as a 6x4, I'll extend those lines right down to the edge of where my photo is going to be. So let me go ahead and trace and cut, and then we'll show you all of the paper pieces and how we arrange them. So I've just finished cutting my last piece. And again, I have left out the bottom shapes because I want the beach and the ocean to be seen on my final layout. But you can see that I've gone ahead and cut out all of the shapes that I need to make this layout. And now what we can do is simply transfer these shapes over onto our page. And sometimes, you know, you've got to do a little bit of rearranging, and I like to slide them underneath the template so that I can see the proper placement. So here we go with the last piece sliding under the template, and that looks pretty darn good. So I'll carefully lift my template off, and then I can go ahead and use some repositionable adhesive to just kind of quickly tack the pieces into the right spot. And then I can come back and adhere them more firmly a little bit later on after they are all in the right place. So here's my final piece going into place, and you can see that there's, you know, a bit of a jagged edge here. So that's where we're going to kind of overlap our photo, and I've got it matted on a larger piece of paper to really cover up any of those little jagged edges. And that's pretty much it. It's basically done for you. All you need to do is embellish and add some journaling, for example. So I'm going to use this fun summer title that already has some embellishments added onto it. I don't need to do really anything else except maybe pop it up with some of our foam squares to give it a little bit of dimension, and then maybe add a few stickers down at the bottom here, maybe the sand castle and This is a really cute little beach bag and towel that would kind of anchor the photo down here at the bottom and provide that extra sort of diagonal embellishment cluster that would really just finish off the layout. So I've gone ahead and added my stickers. I added one extra little die cut there as well, along with my journaling here on the bottom. And I was able to write directly on the page because it was that light sandy color. And my layout is done. I absolutely love how it turned out. This is going to be a great feature page, a great show-stopping layout featuring all the kids having fun during the summer. So I hope you've enjoyed learning how to use the Creative Memories recipe templates, and in particular, one of my favorites, the Sunburst Recipe Template, along with the fun, sweet summer collection from Creative Memories. Thanks again to Creative Scrapbooker Magazine for having me back to share some of these fun ideas. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.